Last year, I made a $25 Thanksgiving meal for my small family of 4. I'm going to see if I can go ahead and recreate it. We're on our way to Costco, WinCo, and possibly Walmart to see if we can make it at least under $30. I have my 2 kids in the back and my brother with me today, so let's see what we can go ahead and find. First up was Costco, and they have all of their Christmas gifts out and decorations, so I just wanted to show you guys a few clips of the store. We absolutely love coming to Costco. I came here specifically for the ham. They have this really affordable ham that I really enjoy. I thought it would be great for this video specifically because they tend to be around $10 or under. I also considered a rotisserie chicken, but I did not end up grabbing it, and my kids absolutely love playing in all the nooks and crannies at Costco. It's like a game to them. This was Costco, and we also had to get a sample. Next up was WinCo. This one was pretty easy. I kind of had a list of everything I wanted. I just wanted to show you some of the prices. I really like how affordable everything here is. It is one of the most affordable stores in my area. This year, I did not make the mistake of grabbing sweet potatoes instead of yams. I also grabbed stuffing, cranberry sauce. They also have a bulk section with a bunch of tubs where they have spices and flour, and they sell it to you in bulk, which is really affordable. And they also had a lot of pies out. Here's everything I was able to get. I did end up getting the ham. This is a little over 3 pounds, which is going to be perfect for my small family of 4. I have 2 small children, and it's going to be me and my husband. So last year I also did chicken. If you don't like turkey, I'm not a huge fan of turkey, but if you really want a turkey, if you check out your local WinCo in the month of November, if you buy your groceries, if you spend over $100, typically they give you a free turkey, like a big giant turkey. I think last year they did change it though to $120 being the minimum, but it should be around $100. I would just check out your local WinCo store and see for how much you can get a free turkey. I also grabbed a box of stuffing mix. This is the savory herb one. I really wanted to give this one a try. I plan on making a green bean casserole, so I grabbed some crispy fried onions. I did 2 cans of green beans, 1 can of cream of chicken. It's not Thanksgiving without cranberry sauce, so I grabbed some cranberry sauce. I also did 2 cans of corn. I did 2 packets of instant mashed potatoes. If you're looking to save money during the holidays, instant mashed potatoes are a great option because you don't have to use butter or milk. They just require water, and they're really good actually. I have tried a lot of Idahoan mashed potatoes before, and I absolutely love the flavor. Personally, I really like them. I did 1 packet of brown gravy because you always need gravy. I did 1 giant bag of marshmallows. I did a little over a pound of sweet yams. This is for a sweet yam casserole. My husband loves yam casseroles. So I'm gonna dice this up. And I also grabbed half a pound of brown sugar. This was around 32 cents. I just grabbed this to show you that typically staples that you have around the house aren't very expensive. This was only 32 cents. I was gonna use the brown sugar I had in my house, but for the sake of this video and actually showing you what things actually cost, I grabbed this brown sugar just to show you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and prep all of this. I will show you what I can make. Last year, for $25, I think I went over just a little bit, but I was able to get a very small pecan pie from Walmart that was discounted. I was able to get a little baggie of rolls. I was also able to get butter and milk, and that was really good. But this year, there's a little bit of inflation. Things are a little higher, so I spent $22.50 before tax. With those other $2.50, we could use a little bit of flour, yeast, and sugar and salt from my pantry and show you guys how I actually make rolls. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna make this in this video since this is kind of time consuming and I'm leaving town tomorrow. Just know that with those $2.50, you can go ahead and make something else. You could also use those $2.50 and buy like pumpkin pie mix. I did see that. You could go over a little bit or, you know, up it to $30. I just wanted to show you the bare bones of Thanksgiving and what you can actually do with $25. So I think this is a great start. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start prepping everything. I just wanted to show you how affordable and easy it is to have a beautiful Thanksgiving meal, which I feel like everyone deserves a beautiful Thanksgiving meal. If you have any other ideas or tips, please go ahead and comment them down below. They might help somebody in need this year. Typically for this ham, I like to go ahead and throw it in the crock pot is what I typically do, and I just let it sit for 4 hours. I just don't have that much time. If you can see behind me, it's 6 p.m. Preferably, I'd like to be done by around 7:30 so I can get other stuff going. If I want to do it in the oven, it's 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and then you do 10 minutes per pound. So this is a little over 3 pounds, so you could just do like 35 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready, and then I'm gonna see the green bean casserole takes only about 25 minutes when everything is thrown in together. This one is done on the stovetop. So I'll leave this last. This only requires warming up a little bit of butter if you have it and salt. This actually takes about an hour. So maybe I'll throw this in first. And this is super simple. My husband likes it very simple. All I do is cut up the yams, dice them, throw brown sugar, and then I just top it off with mini marshmallows on top. And he just really likes it. I just warm up the brown gravy with a little bit of water. So it's a very, very simple Thanksgiving dinner. There's not anything complicated, and I really love that too. So I just dice it into small pieces. I'm just gonna try my best to quarter them. Okay, what I'm doing now is optional. I'm going to lightly butter and then add a little bit of flour to the bottom of that pan, and I just make sure that the flour gets everywhere where that butter was in first, and then I toss away any excess of that flour. So just make sure you don't use a lot. The only reason I do this is so that nothing sticks at the bottom of the pan, or you can lightly oil it. Then I'm gonna add my yams. I'm gonna add a few dollops of butter. I really like it that way. But I'm gonna use about 3/4 of that brown sugar. I'm gonna reserve some portion of that for the ham. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. You just mix it together, add a pinch of salt, and cover with some tin foil. And this is going to bake at 350 degrees for about an hour. For the green bean casserole, it's just a can of cream of chicken. I like to pick away all of those chicken bits. I personally just don't like it. And then I strain those 2 cans of green beans. I season with salt, onion, garlic powder, a little bit of black pepper, mix everything together until everything is really well incorporated. And then I'm going to add that bag of crispy fried onions. I'm just gonna add the whole bag. I think that the best part of green bean casserole is the crispy fried onions. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside. Now for the ham, I just place it into this little pan. And here I am reading the instructions because I always have to double check. Typically, I like to do my ham with pineapple juice, brown sugar, and honey, but for the sake of the video and showing you how we can make a delicious ham that's very affordable, I'm just gonna use brown sugar, and that's perfectly fine. This ham is already completely cooked. It has great flavor already. You wanna make sure that it is fully covered with tin foil so that it remains juicy and tender, and that is going to cook for 35 to 40 minutes. I'm just placing everything on the stove while I get everything else done. This just requires warming up, so I'm not gonna worry about this. This, I'm just gonna slice it and dish it up. This only requires warm water. The potatoes also only require warm water. This does require 1.5 cups of water, and you can do butter if you have it. You just like fluff it up and let it sit for 5 minutes. So everything is super simple. Everything's basically done. There's about 40 minutes left in the oven for the yams, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop in the ham so that it gets nice and warm. I don't want it to be cold at any point, so I'm just gonna pop this in now. When the yams had about 15 minutes left, I started topping them off with some marshmallows. I'm only gonna use a little bit of marshmallows, and then I started on the gravy. For the mashed potatoes, it's very simple. You do 2 cups per packet. So because I had 2 packets, I boiled 4 cups of water. Then I added them into a heat-safe bowl, added the instant mashed potatoes, and just started whisking with a fork until they got nice and fluffy. For the stuffing mix, I just followed the directions on the back of the packet. I added butter and water, warmed it up, tossed the stuffing mix in there, mixed it, and then just moved it away from the heat and let it sit for about 5 minutes, and that was it. It was very simple. Here's everything I was able to make for $25. We have over 3 pounds of ham. I made a green bean casserole. I made yams and marshmallows, a sweet potato yam casserole with marshmallows. I made brown gravy. I made 4 cups of instant mashed potatoes, 2 cups of corn, cranberry, and stuffing. As we gather around our tables this Thanksgiving, let's remember those who could use a little extra help. If you can, consider donating foods or funds to your local food bank or Salvation Army. It truly makes a difference.